Hello, you. Welcome to Leading with Glory. My name is Glory Divine, and it is my pleasure to have you here today. Today, we will talk about the untrending topic of character. We'll talk about this topic that has become obsolete, this value that has become outdated. Yeah, that's what they say. So, if it's your first time here, I want to guarantee you that this is a place where young leaders are taught and trained to become leaders that God can trust and that men will want to follow. So let's dive right in. Welcome back again to Leading with Glory. Today we'll be talking about the topic that feels really outdated, character. But I have a question. Is character really outdated? Are Gen Zs exempted from having character? Should character be erased from the dictionary of our generation? What do you think? The obvious answer for me is no. But why does it feel like a lot of people in this generation think of character as something outdated or as something that only pertains to the generations of our fathers and our mothers and our grandfathers? Where has character gone to? Where has respect gone to? So that's the topic of the day. My aim is to make you understand that you need to have character. As clear and as simple as that, and to make you understand the benefits of having some, if not a lot, of character. So I'll talk about why character is important, especially as a leader. My first point is really that leadership without character is void to destruction. You're on your way to destruction if you don't have character. Listen, there are a lot of things out there. Nowadays, a lot of us want to be successful. A lot of us want to do things with our life, have a meaning, a sense of belonging, a sense of achievement. We want things. We want to achieve things fast, quickly. And we want the achievements to be so loud that everyone will stop and be like, "Ooh, who did this?" And wanting success is not a bad thing. Being a high achiever is not also a bad thing. But here is the thing. Here is the thing. If you don't have character, your ambition will lead you to destruction. Your ambition will literally be the thing that kills you. Something happened a few years back. I'm from Cameroon, and there had been a rise of scams and people that we call 419 that just scam people and things like that. And we realized that after some research, the country realized that most of those people that were scammers were actually young people, especially university students. And when I got the information, I was a little bit shocked, but not also very shocked. Why? Because character has disappeared from our public spaces. Sometimes you go on social media and all you hear is learn how to reach there fast as you can. By no means, all means lead to Rome. That's what the something say. But I want to challenge that and say that it is false. It is false. Have some character, surround yourself. And what do I mean by character? Number one, I mean have some values. Have some things that you know are your do's and your don'ts. Things that you know I will never do. Let me take a very simple example. Integrity. If you go into business without integrity, I don't need to guess twice. I don't need to prophesy you have a vision. I know you fall into corruption. Why? Because you don't have a value system of integrity. So when someone proposes you 10 times your salary for a small tweak, why won't you do it? If you don't feel the need to keep your integrity. When I talk about character, it's very subtle things like respect. And respect feels to have disappeared from our vocabulary. There used to be a time when I was growing up where when you saw an elder, you greeted the elder. You said hi, If you were seated and an older person, 80 years old, is standing, you will stand so that the person could sit. Or if you even saw an elder person coming, you won't talk to them some kind of way, But right now we feel like we need to say everything as we feel it, as we want it, because we in quote put the free speech. I want to say, you can say everything you want, but there is a way of saying it that depicts respect. I was hiring some volunteers for my organization, Educate Young Girls, and I was trying to hire some volunteers to work for us, for some of our activities and so on. And I had this interview with this boy, a young boy, that wanted to be a volunteer at our organization. We called, and this is how he started the interview process. Yeah, yo, how are you doing? And I was like, hello, is this, that's, I'm calling on behalf of Educate Young Girls for your interview. And I was like, yeah, it's me. How can I help you? You can go ahead and ask your questions. Just by the tone, just by the way he acted, I didn't need to guess twice to know that I'm sorry, you cannot get this volunteer position. Yeah, how are you? Why are you interested in this job? Oh, I've learned about the volunteering. I think it will be great for me and my resume, and I really want it. So yes, that's it. The way you speak depicts respect, and the way you speak can open or close a door for you. The respect that you show can open or close a door for you. It doesn't matter if you are Gen Z. It doesn't matter if you think that the generations should abide to your rules. But if you are talking in this real world, if you are trying to prosper in this real world where we have a lot of generations, a lot of people, you need to have some respect. You need to have some respect. It goes a long way. Saying good morning politely, asking how people are faring. This entitlement mentality that is going around like flu is really bad. And rather than helping you, it will hurt you so bad. So the first thing I will say about character is that it gives some boundaries to your success. It protects you from taking opportunities or making decisions that will cost you your reputation, cost you your years of work, or cost you the so-called success you are looking to attain. Character is key. It's not just about the parade. It's not just about how you look, because we are emphasizing so much about your outer experience. We're emphasizing so much about how you show up. You must wear this coat. You must wear this color. You must be well-groomed. And that is very well. That's a very beautiful advice. But if you are very well dressed and your mouth and your attitude lacks character, it will stink the whole place up, and no one will want to give you the opportunity you are looking for. So again, have some character. Character is not outdated. Character is not how do I put it? It's not for the Gen Y. It's not for the Gen X. It's for everyone, including the Gen Z. And if you are seeking to be a leader, character should be one of your utmost priorities. Let me take an example. Why do we have a lot of politicians and not leaders? Because politicians oftentimes do not have character. Because you are trying to be people-pleasing. Because you are trying to appeal to the majority, appeal to the emotions of people. You can do everything without boundaries. And that is bad. And a lot of us in non-for-profits, young leaders, we help run some small projects, some organizations, or even our churches, and we call ourselves leaders, but we're kind of politicians in disguise. Because rather than having clear values we can stick to and having clear characters we can abide to, we have so much freedom that the freedom hurts us. Remember, character is not because you shouldn't have character because it was dictated, but you should have character because it protects you. The second thing about character is that character gives credibility to your success. It gives credibility to your achievements. When I see oftentimes a young girl or a young boy in their 20s, 21, 22, that's super rich, has a lot of money, flaunt a lot of money, have a car, a house, all of the good things you can imagine. There are usually 2 to 3 things that will come into my head. The first thing is, did they inherit this? Are their parents really rich? Because if their parents are wealthy, it makes sense that they are wealthy. The second question I'll ask is, what job do they do? What do they do? And what I'm trying to seek with that question is to see, is their achievement valuable enough? Did they get it the right way? If I find out you don't have a job, you don't have anything, then I'm like, is this wealth? Is this amount of money? Are those achievements legitimate? Can I credit them to you? Or should I just credit them to bad manners? And I think I want to ask the same questions to you. Are your achievements, are the things you are striving for, creditable to you? Can someone say that you've worked hard to get this? Can someone say you've worked smart to get this? Or is it easy money that you know yourself that you didn't get the right way because you flaunted character away? Let me say something. Your character defines how legitimate your work is. Your character defines how much people respect you. If people know that you are a man or a woman that has no character, believe me, they won't take you seriously. No matter the amount of money that you have on earth, they won't take you seriously. They might take you as an entertainment. They might take you as a person they gossip about. They might take you as a person to flaunt about. Oh, did you see this person? He bought a car. And then people will be like, we all know. That's not the type of success you want. Guard your success with character. Having character, having value system, knowing that there are things you cannot do, and making it so clear that people know what you can and can't do, protects the credibility of your success. I once heard of a story of someone who said that someone was talking and said that he was at the office and someone came and reported to him that there was another person that was trying to make him sign a document, like corruption, to falsify some numbers, and they were saying that, oh, maybe you can reach out to this person. And he said that he cried so much. And when he was explaining why he was crying, he said that if they even thought about me as being able to do corruption, as being able to falsify a document, it means that I wasn't clear enough about my character. I wasn't clear enough about where I stand when it comes to corruption. So if people are even thinking about you when it comes to going to parties and be dressed some kind of way, if people are even thinking about you when it comes to getting a grand money and diverting it, not using it properly, if people are even thinking about you when it comes to making subtle plans about corruption, about smoking, about things like that, it means that even if you have some character, you were not blatantly honest and clear about where you stand. Your character is not seen enough. And you don't want to have just enough character, and also you're not trying to be in the middle ground. Be clear about where you stand. Let people know where you stand. It saves you quite a lot. Let people know that I have character, I respect this, I value this, I will not do this, I cannot do this, I am this and I am not this. And when people know that clear enough, it protects you to the point that if they ever accuse you tomorrow, they will know, I can swear, I know this person. This person cannot do that. How do you think people get to that point? It's because you were so clear about your character and your values that they know what they can believe about you and what they shouldn't even bother thinking about you. So again, character gives credibility to your success. The last point I want to emphasize about character is that character is a legacy you leave. It's a legacy. You don't want to be recognized or to be known as that person that was always angry. You really do not want to be known as that person in the office that always falsifies numbers. You really do not want to be known by your employer as a person who is never decisive. If you want anything, ask this person. You really do not want to be known by your classmates as the girl that every guy can run around with and touch and sleep and do whatever. You really do not want that. You do not want to be known as a person who is called a thief because they didn't make integrity a part of their character. See, every action you take, every word you say, everything you do becomes a test that you are writing. It becomes a test that you are telling people about. It becomes a testament about who you are. Every word, every action, everything that you do write who you are in front of people. And people remember. They remember, and they can remember you as the good person you are, or they can remember you as the bad person that you've decided to be. It would be nice for people to remember you as someone who is honest, as someone who is vigilant, as someone who is detail-oriented, as someone who is loving, who is caring, as someone who is punctual. Yes. Take a look at your time management. You're always late to the point that even your friends know that if an event is at 4 p.m., they should tell you that it's at 3 so that you can at least come at like 4:30. It's not good. Be known for good qualities. Be known for good traits because your character defines you and that's how people remember you. And when we talk about recommendations, people recommend you based on what they've seen. And you don't have to talk. It's not about talking, it's about living it. And people can see when you live in, when your character is a lived experience and not just a talk. So again, make sure your character is sound because that's how people remember you. And each time that you say something, each time that you do something, each time that you pose an action, remember that people are watching. And you are literally telling them what to believe about you. So these were the 3 things I really wanted to emphasize today. And I hope that you got the message clear and right. Please, character is not outdated. If you thought it was outdated, you are wrong. Go back and find your character wherever you left it. If you still have the chance to go through some home training, please take it seriously and learn character out of it. In your church, learn character out of it. In your company, in your organization, wherever you are, read books about character. Try to build your character up. Think about each opportunity you've ever applied to. Ask yourself, if I was the one recruiting for those opportunities, will I hire someone like me? Will I hire myself? Will I hire someone with my character? And if your character stinks, there is still time for you to change it. We become leaders. And becoming a leader is making sure you know what you need to change about yourself. And if your character stinks, please stop now and try to address it. Ask your friends, is my character good enough? Don't just self-evaluate. Ask other people what they think about you. Sometimes you will be shocked at what people think about you. Because your character goes far beyond your words. It goes into your nature. It goes into who you are. And people can perceive that. So please, change your character. Put on some character. Protect your leadership with character. Protect your destiny with character. Protect your success. Give it credibility with character. Do not walk blatantly without character and then arrive at a point of success and people can't even trust it. That would be such a shame. It will be a shame. And another shame would be that you listened to this whole video and you didn't think of subscribing. You did not think of sharing it with a friend that really needs it or that have a friend that needs it, or you did not think of dropping a comment or liking it. I'm helping your life. You should have my life too. So please, if you haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe, to like and share. And again, this is Leading with Glory, a place where Young people become leaders that God can trust and that men will want to follow. Grow some character, deepen yourself in character. Look at areas in your life that need some touch, that need some adjustment. If it is respect, if it is politeness, if it is gratitude, learning to say thank you and not just thanks. Look at those things that need some change in your character and work on those things. Believe me, you will thank me later. Again, it was my pleasure to have you here today. Have a great end of your day, and I'll see you at the next episode. Drop a comment about the character you want to see change in our generation. Goodbye.